Hello, everybody. I'm Russ Salvatore.
And I'm Jan Farrington, and this is Come Dine With Me, Western New York. We're brought to you in part by Key Video Productions, Buffalo Hotel Supply, and of course, Russell's Steak Shops and more.
Good morning, Jan.
It's nice to be here with you.
Absolutely stunning this morning, Jan.
Oh, thank you very much.
You make me look so good, you know?
Thank you, Russ. It's good to be here, and thank you so much for joining us. We love being here every Sunday morning because we bring you the best local restaurants and the secrets from their chefs, right, Russell?
We certainly do. We love helping them, don't we?
Yes. And you know what? With the holidays coming up, Russ, we've got Thanksgiving, we've got Christmas, New Year's. It is time to start thinking about that kitchen remodel job that you've been holding off far too long. And you know what? I have one of those. Well, you know what? There's no better place to shop than at Artisan Kitchens and Baths.
They're a wonderful place, Jan.
And where are we going from here, Russ?
And we're going to be going over to see Chef Marco doing what he loves the most, having fun in his kitchen.
Minestra Mariata. It's Italian wedding soup. It means the marriage between meat and vegetables. Today we're going to make it in our beautiful artisan kitchen. We're going to start with some fresh vegetables. We're going to make an Italian wedding soup. It's going to feed your family, and I'm going to show you how simple it is and how fast we can put it together. So I got a carrot. We're going to cut everything pretty much the same size. Make sure you always wash your vegetables too. And I'm just doing a diced onion, carrot, and celery today. We're going to finish it with a chicken sausage meatball and some fresh spinach chopped up and some encina di pipi. Okay, we got our pan heated up. We use our pans from Buffalo Hotel Supply. The heat in these pans, the way it holds, is amazing. I'm using a little extra virgin olive oil. And we're going to start sauteing our carrots, because those are the most dense vegetable. They're going to take a little bit longer. And then we'll use our celery and our onions, and those will be a little quicker. For this recipe and many others on the show, visit our new website, comedinewithme.wny.com. So we have our vegetables sauteing in the olive oil. I'm going to take a boneless, skinless breast, and I'm just going to cube it up, continue to saute. Now this is a little different than the traditional chicken soup making, but you know, when you're in a hurry, this works wonders. And now we know we have no bones. We don't have to pick the bones clean of the meat. It's all meat, it's all cubed, and everybody gets a nice bite size. So now as that's sauteing, I'm just going to season it. A little salt, a little pepper, of course garlic. And let's get started on our meatballs. And it's real simple. Pound of chicken, one egg per pound basically. Got to kick it up a notch, a little crushed red pepper. Some breadcrumbs, this will tighten it up. There's that garlic again. Romano cheese, and a little mozzarella. And to give it that sausage flavor, some fresh fennel seed. You want to use the whole seed. Don't want to use that ground stuff. This gives it the bite and the texture that we're going to look for. And let's give it a mix. And you want to make sure you wash your hands after doing this too. You know, handling raw meat, it's always a good idea. We're going to make them about a ½ ounce size, so we're going to roll them pretty small. They're going to cook pretty quick. I'm using a Teflon pan so they don't stick, and I got it heated to about a medium-high heat. We just want to brown the outside because we're going to add it to the soup. It's going to continue to cook. So now we're browning our meatballs. We're going to add our chicken broth to it. Let that come to a boil. To give it that traditional chicken soup taste, we're adding a few bay leaves to it. And our meatballs are nice and brown. We're going to add it to our soup. Okay, we got a nice rapid boil. We're going to add our greens. Today we're using spinach. Just rinse them off, get the sand out of it, chop it up, throw it in, give it a quick stir. Spinach cooks in no time. And then as we still have our rapid boil, we're going to add encina di pepe. It takes about 5 minutes al dente, and the macaroni in there will actually tighten up the broth a little bit, give you a little more of a heartier soup. So let's watch that boil. That didn't take long. It's a perfect blend of meat, vegetables, the broth, the macaroni. Topped with a little fresh shaved Reggiano cheese. Man, it doesn't get any better than this. Come dine with me, Western New York. I'm your host, Chef Marco.
Coming up, check out what's sizzling on the gridiron. You're watching Come Dine with Me, Western New York.
Hey Jackson, Alexander, where are your parents going for dinner tonight?
Well, Russell's, of course.
Be my guest and let me do the rest.
Seneca Niagara Casino and Hotel, where value meets excitement. With 4,000 of the newest slots and biggest jackpots, 100 action-packed table games, award-winning restaurants, live entertainment, superior guest service, and a players club that makes every visit even more rewarding. Your winning destination, Seneca Niagara Casino and Hotel. Excitement worth sharing.
Come in for a great time at Alton's. Our extensive menu will surely satisfy everyone. Start your day off with farm fresh eggs, a hearty omelet, or a delicious Belgian waffle. Our famous chicken souvlaki is made fresh to order, as well as all of our mouth-watering burgers, sandwiches, and melts. Try our tempting portobello strip steak topped with balsamic mushrooms, caramelized onions, and melted Asiago cheese, or our shrimp fettuccine with a rich lobster cream sauce. No matter what you choose, you can never go wrong. Alton's, all good.
Welcome to Sizzling on the Gridiron. Today I have the pleasure of cooking with Brian Scott, linebacker of the Buffalo Bills. Brian, a pleasure to be cooking with you today.
Mike, thanks for having me.
We're going to be doing a veal saltimbocca. It's going to be some baking time, so we're going to have a little extra time on our hands today, so I hope you're in a talkative mood.
I'm all in.
Well, let's get cooking.
All right, let's go.
We're going to get started today, Brian, with a little bit of olive oil.
All right.
Okay. Then we're going to take our veal cutlet, nice thin cut of veal cutlet. We're going to do a little bit of sea salt. A little bit of cracked peppercorns. Just kind of give it a little flavor to the flour a little bit.
Okay, now how do you know how much seasoning to put on it exactly?
I'm real lucky. No, it's all moderate amounts. Once you do it, it's just like you when you're doing something for so long, you get the hang of it.
Okay, all right.
Okay, let's get that in there. Now we got that. Now this is going to take a little while, like I said.
Okay.
Behind here, this is our Bordelais sauce, which we used burgundy reduction, some seasonings, a little bit of Ilio's house sauce, kind of cooked it all down. It takes about 4 hours to make. So
4 hours to make.
Yeah, a lot of our flavor is in this sauce. And with this sauce, this is where you can garnish it up any way you're looking. If you wanted to add like mushrooms to the sauce, artichoke hearts, you know, whatever you choose. Okay, right here.
Wow, that cooks really fast.
Oh, it's still got a little ways to go. We're actually going to want to bake the dish in the oven a little bit because we're going to be putting some prosciutto over the top of the veal and then some provolone cheese over the top.
Okay.
And then we're going to let that bake in together. So the flavors are all kind of getting that flavor from prosciutto baking in and the provolone golden brown on the top. So it'll take a little bit in the oven, but we got time, right? It's TV. Yeah, of course, right? All right. Hold on one second. Let me just finish this here.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Let me just fit in here. We can get this in the oven and rolling. Thin sliced on the prosciutto, always thin sliced.
Now, did you slice that yourself?
Oh yeah, got up real early this morning. Gonna pop it into the oven, give it about 10-15 minutes, and it should be good. All right, now, let me hear your spiel, let's go. Sing it loud, sing it proud, what do you got?
Well, I do have a foundation, it's called the Pick Your Passion Foundation for the Arts.
Now you sing too.
I do sing a little bit, yes. Yeah. I do. Actually, last year I released a single. It's called Dedicated. You can find it on iTunes. Yeah, Dedicated. So it's called Dedicated, and it was written and produced by myself and my brother. So if you get a minute, check it out.
Wow, I will. Tell me what you think. Writer and producer too. Yeah. Jeez, and plays professional football.
On the side. Oh, that's great.
Yeah, nice flavor with the prosciutto. That's nice. Huh?
That is great. I have some more. That is, yeah, good stuff.
Yeah,
great stuff. Yeah.
Whether you're in the market to purchase a new fence, railing, or deck, call the Vinyl Outlet today. This portion of the program was sponsored in part by Buffalo Hotel Supply. Design, deliver, and install. We can do it all. And by Key Video Productions. Television, video, DVD.
Mike Molinaro, what are we making today?
Well, today we're making Mama Molinaro chicken cutlet. It's chicken Molinaro at the restaurant, and this is something my mother always did when we were little. And it's basically chicken cutlet with a garlic Alfredo cream sauce on top. So if you want to start, we can start with your traditional flour, egg, breadcrumb, and then we're going to fry it. So we'll start with the flour, dip it into the egg.
And the egg helps keep the flour onto the chicken, and also keeps the breading on top of the chicken.
Absolutely.
Got it.
Don't be shy, Art. Don't be shy at all. Put it right on there.
Yep.
That work? Works good. Looks good.
All right.
Great.
Do the second one.
So growing up, this is what my mother used to do. My sister always used to like Alfredo, and we loved her cutlet, so she decided to put the Alfredo on top of the cutlet and keep everybody happy. So this is something that I'm sure that everyone would enjoy coming down to the restaurant and trying.
How did I do?
You did great.
All right.
Okay, Art, so we have our chicken cutlets breaded, ready to go. I have a nice pan of olive oil here. We're going to pan sear these, so we're going to start with them.
Oh, look at that sizzle.
Right? Crisp them up on one side real nice. Usually we go about 1.5 inches, 2 inches of the olive oil.
So, Mike, this is something you can get for lunch or dinner or your catering menu, anything?
Right. We serve our full menu all day long. We also cater. We do a lot of chicken Molinaros for catering.
And because everything's made fresh to order, you can make just about anything that anybody requests.
Anything anybody requests. And we're not scared to do whatever we have to do, you know? We tend to do it right, and it comes out great, and people enjoy it.
Okay, so now it's time for the Alfredo sauce.
Right.
All right, let's get started.
First, we'll start with some margarine.
Okay.
We coat the bottom of the pan.
I notice you're using
You can use butter.
Buffalo Hotel Supply stuff as well.
We always use Buffalo Hotel Supply utensils and equipment. They're a nice, locally owned company. We like to support them.
And you got to use quality stuff.
And it's always great quality, you know. So we have our margarine. We'll grab the garlic. You know, we're Italian, so we love garlic. So
Lots of garlic.
Lots of garlic in there. Okay.
More is always better than less.
We'll mix that around a little bit.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Then we go with black ground pepper, pinch of salt. Grab some fresh parsley we throw in here. Okay.
And you can use curly parsley or flat leaf, whatever you like.
Curly, flat leaf, dried parsley.
Okay.
We'll let that simmer up a little bit. Okay. When it gets a little bit warmer, what we'll do is we'll add some chicken stock or chicken base. I like to use the base. Just adds a little bit more flavor. Okay.
And that's one of the reasons why we didn't season any of our flour, any of our breadcrumbs, because
Absolutely.
all the seasoning's right here.
We have an abundance of seasoning here.
Abundanza.
Abundanza, see. Then we're going to add some moist white wine here. Okay, we'll cook that white wine down a little bit. Once it cooks down, what we'll do is we'll go to the heavy cream. We'll add the heavy cream. This is basically your traditional Alfredo sauce. You know, if you're at home and you know how to make a Alfredo sauce, you can make it your way. Add some heavy cream to that.
Oh, that looks great. Let that thicken up for a
We'll
minute.
let that thicken up a little bit. Okay, Art, now that this is pretty much ready to go, what we're going to do is we're going to thicken it up a little bit with some 100% grated Romano cheese. And like us being Italian, we're never scared to add it.
Put a lot in
and put a lot in there, right?
Pecorino Romano, it's the best.
We'll let this actually cook down. Then we're going to top our chicken Molinaro with that, and it'll be delicious.
Looks awesome. This reminds me when I was a little boy. I feel like I'm back in a time capsule here.
Thank you, Art. Thank you. We have many great dishes down in Lockport at 90 Walnut Street at Molinaro's. If you enjoy this, I'm sure the viewers at home would love to come down, try this, try many of our other dishes, and come dine with me, Western New York.
With Frontier Catering, it's easy to show your good taste. Chef Art Christie uses time-tested techniques and authentic family recipes to create a custom menu that showcases your personal style and your venue. And with Frontier Catering, your food is prepared fresh, on-site. For corporate events, unforgettable weddings, and other signature celebrations, it has to be Frontier Catering.
Beautiful design starts with Artisan Kitchens and Baths. Let us transform your kitchen or bath into the dream room you desire. Whatever your style and taste, Artisan Kitchens and Baths can design and install your vision to perfection. Our design team will work within your budget to give you quality at affordable prices. Update your home with Artisan Kitchens and Baths, 200 Amherst Street, Buffalo.
We have new information on the most wanted sandwiches in Western New York.
I'll make this brief. These sandwiches were last seen at Marco's Italian Deli. Be on the lookout for Nikki Whispers. Big, beefy, surprisingly sweet. Maria Gumati, a spicy little number. Everyone wants to get their hands on. And the Underboss, notorious and nearly impossible to knock off. If you see these sandwiches, do not, I repeat, do not apprehend them alone. They are extremely tasty. And no further questions at this time. Thank you.
Public needs to know.
Welcome back to Come Dine With Me, Western New York. Remember, if you want to learn more about the show,
or you saw one of our chefs prepare a special dish that you'd like to make on your own, you can find the recipes on our website, comedinewithme.wny.com.
you can also view any of our past episodes, print out valuable restaurant coupons, and if you're a restaurant owner or a chef, you can even find out how you can be on our show. Right now, it's time to debate another kitchen courtesy of our friends at Artisan Kitchens and Baths.
When we were looking for a home, we wanted something that was a little smaller than what we originally had.
The realtor was just pulling out of the driveway. It hadn't even been in the MLS system yet.
Walked in, it was still in 1980, and we decided we're going to go for it, and that's why we're renovating the kitchen. I tell everybody to go to Artisan.
It's basically one-stop shopping there. You can get anything you want, your appliances, cabinets, countertops. I mean, they do everything.
Julie met us out here. We told her what our ideas were, and we were able to get everything ordered before we could close on the house so we could do what we needed to do in the time frame that we had.
As we all know, everyone's busy nowadays. It's tough when people work in 2 jobs and schedules are hectic.
Our daughter is very busy with school and sports.
I don't get to see them that much, but when I do, we have a really good time, and it's nice to be around them.
We thought it'd be a nice idea to bring everybody together and spend the day.
You know, life's short. You got to get together and do it, so make time. Welcome to our home.
How you doing? Good to see you. Thanks for having us. This family here really gets together on Sunday with their family and their friends, and it's a big part of their lifestyle.
Well, we grew up on the west side of Buffalo. Sunday, you went to Mass first, and then you went to your grandmother's. Grandma would put on her apron, and she'd start cooking.
She wants to bring the family back to the table on Sundays like it used to be when she was growing up. I chose chicken piccata because the Italian tradition. It's just a pounded, thin, boneless breast of chicken, lightly floured and sauteed with olive oil and finished with capers, white wine, lemon, and butter.
I had heard that the family likes a bit of Italian, and obviously you can look at me and I can't keep up with Art and Marco, but I was able to pull this dish out of my hat. The ciappino, a beautiful Italian fish stew, one of my favorites.
Today we made a classic Italian dish, puttanesca, with a homemade pappardelle egg noodle. Putting together something that they could cook together as a family and enjoy as a family brings everybody together, just makes everything taste better when you have it like that.
Come dine with me, an Italian tradition, sitting around the table, Sunday dinner. That's what we're doing today. We're making chicken piccata. Piccata means to pound it thin, and this is going to be an easy, quick dish that we're all going to sit around with our families and we're going to enjoy with the puttanesca and the ciappino. We're going to add some olive oil to our pan, and all we're going to do is dredge. And that's a Food Network statement there, is to dredge. And our pan is about a medium heat. We got our chicken cooking. We want that little crust on the outside. Saute it on both sides, add the onion, garlic. This is what makes it piccata, the capers. We're using fresh lemon. You want to squeeze them up or add our tongs to it to hold the seeds back. Add a little white wine and finish it with butter.
It was a very relaxing, fun atmosphere. I would recommend it to anybody.
Tina was great. She was real receptive, and we brought her mother up, who actually made sure I was doing it right. I know how it is. I'm Italian, and you bring up the Italian grandma, and you make sure you better be on point. So here we have it, chicken piccata. It's so easy. Come dine with me, Western New York.
Mike, rumor has it you like seafood.
I do.
Well, today I've got one of my favorite recipes that I'm bringing here to your house for your guests. I made a classic fish stew, a cioppino. I started out with fresh seafood, scallops, shrimp, mussels, fish. I used opa today. What I did was I sauteed shallots, garlic, and olive oil till fragrant. Then I added a little crushed red pepper, and then I added my seafood.
You were showing me earlier that you squeeze it. If it doesn't come back, it's dead.
And we don't want dead mussels in it.
You don't want dead mussels in it.
Bad flavor, big problem.
Yeah. It was fun. She taught me a few things I could carry on the rest of my life in the kitchen, get me more involved at home cooking.
I deglazed the pan with a bit of Pernod, added a little white wine, chicken stock, marinara sauce, brought it up to a boil, simmered it for a bit, and I finished it with fresh basil and my mussels. Lid on, within 3 to 4 minutes, those mussels will open and your soup is done. Finished with salt and pepper and parsley.
This looks delicious.
Thanks. It smells pretty good too, wouldn't you say?
Yes, it does.
I wanted to just serve it with a wedge of bread for that broth. This is araquina, olive oil. This is a focaccia, and I just baked that in the oven, 450 degrees, 5 minutes, and just cut a nice wedge of that, and don't forget to put that in the bowl. What do you think?
Fantastic.
Today we're going to be cooking Old World Italian. Pasta puttanesca, an old world recipe that my grandfather brought over from the old country. So actually today we're going to start, wait till you see how easy this dish is to do. We're going to take some extra virgin olive oil, about maybe 2 spins around the pan. We sauteed some finely diced onions. We used some fresh garlic. And now we're going to add something that some people kind of turn their nose up, and that's some anchovies. Ashley's a little apprehensive about the anchovies that I added to it because it's something that she's not real familiar with.
I don't like them still. If I were ever to have them again in a dish like this, I probably wouldn't notice they were there.
We sauteed those all together. We added some capers. Now we took some Kalamata olives, about a cup, and this is again a Mediterranean olive soaked in a little bit of red wine. We took some concassé tomatoes, which is the San Marzano kind. Took some tomato paste, and then we also added some fresh parsley, a little bit of black pepper. Just sauteed it all up, finished it with a little grated cheese, and made it nice and happy.
I had a lot of fun today. I learned some new ingredients I didn't know before, so I was happy about that.
We're going to cover it, and now we're going to go finish our pappardelle pasta. We use a sifted flour, extra large eggs, a little bit of olive oil, some salt, and just a tablespoon of water. And we ran it through our mixer, rolled it out, cut it nice and thick, cooked it in some salt water, brought it to the table for presentation. Okay, now we're just going to add that to the homemade pasta.
Now that looks delicious.
The meal was fantastic. I didn't think I'd ever like the mussels. They were delicious. The flavors were unbelievable.
It wasn't something you get out of a jar. Just the flavors. You bit into it and you could taste everything. It was great.
Well, it's nice just to get to talk together and see what's going on in people's lives because you lose touch with people working so much.
I just enjoyed taking a break and just sitting around talking with my family. It was really nice. Come dine with me, Western New York.
This portion of the program was sponsored in part by Artisan Kitchens and Baths. See, touch, feel, and use our products. And by Russell's Steaks, Chops, and More. Be my guest. Let us do the rest.
Welcome to Savoy. Today we are presenting the Artisan Pear. This crisp and refreshing cocktail is new to Savoy's menu and a favorite among our guests. The ingredients are pear vodka, ginger liqueur, lime juice, simple syrup, which is equal parts water and sugar, and garnished with the pear. First, you'll want to chill your coupe glass. Next, in your mixing glass, add a ½ ounce of ginger liqueur, a ½ ounce of lime juice, 1½ ounces of pear vodka, and a ½ ounce of simple syrup. Next, add ice and shake vigorously. Use your Hawthorne and fine strainer to pour your ingredients into the coupe. To garnish, thinly slice a pear and add to your drink. And there you have the Artisan Pear. Come on down to Savoy and see for yourself why it's such a fan favorite.
Closed captioning provided by
CarStar Relax. We'll take it from here.
A crash, a rear ender, a side swipe, a fender bender.
No matter what you call it, every accident is a hassle.
That's why at Ventura's CarStar Collision, we'll provide you with support every step of the way.
You'll get our team of certified technicians who work with the industry's best equipment.
Plus, you'll get assistance with insurance claims, rental cars, and estimates.
We'll help you make the choices that are right for your family.
After all, we're a family too.
Dr. Dan Tonio, where would you like to have dinner tonight?
Well, Russell's, of course.
Be my guest and let me do the rest.
If you only make it to one bridal show before your wedding, this is the show of shows and you won't want to miss it. It's Buffalo Bridal Expo, featuring fashion shows throughout the day and thousands of dollars in prizes for brides and grooms. Come to the expo, the Buffalo Bridal Expo, Sunday, January 26th at Seneca Niagara Casino, and plan your whole wedding in one great day. Tickets are free, but they're going fast. Register today at buffalobridalexpo.com or call 566-1116. That's 566-1116.
Orazio's Italian Crepes is your window to the world. Treat yourself to our homemade crepes made with authentic ingredients like imported Caputo flour, mascarpone cheese, and Ghirardelli chocolate. Indulge in our all-natural small batch gelato with no artificial flavors and all the creaminess in the world. Take your taste buds on a journey right in your own backyard. Orazio's Italian Crepes in the food court at the Walden Galleria.
We're back, and I want to thank our host chefs today, Marco Shortino, owner of Marco's on Niagara Street, and from Frontier Catering, Art Christie, one of the finest high-end caterers in the area.
Remember, when dining out this week, make plans to visit the restaurants you saw on our show today.
And just a reminder, we'll be back here on this station next week at the same time. We hope you'll join us then.
For the staff and crew of Key Video Productions and everyone here at Come Dine With Me, Western New York, I'm Russ Salvatore. Time to stick a fork in it, Jan, because we are done.
See you next week. Go Bills.